Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game 2 of YPC SKADII, our Dota 2 tournament involving 7 teams. And for tonight's game 2, we have
team ban.
Maggie Kari on the Radiant side against Kacang Gaming on the Dire.
Radiant team ban.
Maggie Kari has opted for the Radiant, while Kacang Gaming has opted for the second pick.
Ban.
Very much the same things as the first game, where Maggie Kari was able to just come out on top in game number 1. And now we're gonna see the same setup, and already coming up with the bans for Kacang Gaming onto the Primal Beast. They were just able to deal a lot of damage for Maggie Kari with Primal Beast on their team. With the initiation and the tankiness from the Primal Beast, the Kacang Gaming just don't want to deal with it again. Similarly for Maggie Kari, they just don't like to deal with troublesome heroes like the Slark or the Sniper. It's probably giving them a lot of trouble in their previous games. And similarly for Kacang Gaming, they're gonna ban out the Viper, another troublesome hero to deal with, especially in the lanes and in the fights with the breaks.
5 seconds remaining.
It's gonna be a lot safer to just ban it all the same. So with Maggie Kari leading the way in the first pick, they're going ahead onto reserve time. And they're gonna select the Undying as the opening lineup. A very strong laning hero, and also it has shown to be a very powerful tank as well, able to just slow down the battlefield with the tombstone if not taken care of. The zombies will just amass and rip the supports especially apart. And even to say the ultimate of the Undying will just deal so much damage of pure damage that it's just really hard to deal with. And Kacang Gaming responds immediately with their offlaner, a Bristleback, or it could be a Kari Bristleback as well, depends on the versatility. But both teams are already showing the chances of going for a very tanky lineup.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Ogre Magi again coming up for Kacang Gaming. It has probably done a lot of work for them, easy to use, and it has the most versatility to just run around and just throw fire everywhere and be able to just get lucky with the multicast.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Maggie Kari just loves their Jakiro. They love the amount of control it's able to contribute in the previous team fight with the 2-man to 3-man ice path as well to be able to stop people from just advancing in their tracks. Jakiro has been quite a very popular pick even in this tournament.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
And they choose to ban out the Faceless Void. A lot of these carry heroes, they're just trying to eliminate to reduce the amount of choices for Kacang Gaming to get on top of their heroes, in fact.
"10 seconds remaining."
The Ogre Magi, one of the best or easiest
remaining.
to use support heroes, especially with the Bloodlust. Just being able to give the attack speed to your carries is just so good. And with that onto the Bristleback, Bristleback can just go out of control, running so fast with the Warpath insights, and also the Bloodlust to be able to give the attack speed as he sprays goo all over the battlefield. Not wanting to deal with the Drow again, the Kacang Gaming decides to ban the Drow out of respect, as that may pose a huge stop into the Bristleback, maybe with the ice arrows, and Bristleback will find it troublesome to close the gap onto that.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
A very interesting ban by Maggie Kari, as the Captain Stronghold feels that Oracle might just be able to give the core heroes, especially Bristleback, a lot of sustain to be able to bring him back to life again.
10 seconds remaining.
And not having any of that decides to just ban out the
5
support
seconds remaining.
Oracle. Kacang Gaming deciding to use a little bit more of their reserve time, feeling that the bans are very much important and a very decision maker, I guess, when it comes to limiting the number of things that Maggie Kari could pick.
Radiant team ban.
And they decide again to ban out the Purge. Now, I'm not sure if Purge will actually work well with the Undying, especially if you're dropping the Tombstone down and the zombies are running all over the place. It's just really, really hard to
10
hook
seconds remaining.
after that, unless they plan to initiate with the hook, and then only then they drop
5
the
seconds
Tombstone.
remaining.
But seems like they're not going to deal with any of that. The Undying being a very, very tanky, but it takes time to grow. But the longer he survives in the fight, the more tankier he actually becomes. Especially with the Tombstone and the Ultimate coming together allows him to heal just so much HP, and the being able to steal the strength of heroes allows him to be tankier and at the same time reduce the amount of
Dire
HP
team ban.
that the other team would have. And he also comes along with a sustainable heal that, if used in very, very large crowded areas, can just heal a bomb right away. Maggie Kari decides to ban out the Juggernaut,
10 seconds
not
remaining.
wanting to deal with magic immune heroes. It is very, very troublesome, especially when they need to
5
focus on the
remaining.
timing after that. Kacang Gaming decides to ban out the Monkey King. Also another troublesome hero in the lane, able to just control the lane from a very good distance, being a melee hero.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
And there it is. Finally, they managed to get their hands onto the Life Stealer. So if they can't have the Juggernaut, at least they have something similar to the Juggernaut, which is the Life Stealer with the amount of magic immunity that allows him to just charge upon
10 seconds
any support
remaining.
hero and tear them down before they even have the chance to disable him.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Mars. Now, I'm not sure if Mars would be a really good pick here because he is mostly really good against range heroes. He's able to separate range from melee attacks, and he will just shield your team
10
from any kind
seconds
of
remaining.
range attacks. But seeing that
5
Kacang Gaming
seconds
loves to
remaining.
just maybe crowd around with their melee heroes, maybe that's what Mars wants, to just put them all into one place together and make sure they stay in that one place together to allow the Undying to be able to amass his zombies or even protect the Tombstone from being attacked. Overall, I think this Maggie Curry team, they have planned themselves to deal as much damage as they could in terms of area of effect. Whereas for Kacang Gaming, they might struggle when it comes to team fights, especially when they have so little amounts of area of effects that they just really need to focus on one hero every time. And if Maggie Curry's team is able to save the heroes that's being gone upon on, then Kacang Gaming might just suffer without any kills after that.
Dire team pick.
And the Phantom Lancer. Quite a troublesome hero to deal with if left unchecked. They really need to control his farm, otherwise he's gonna be really just quite a huge cancer to deal with, you know? He just spreads too many illusions
10
around,
seconds
and with all the
remaining.
single targeting heroes that they have, is really gonna be hard
5
finding out which is the
seconds.
real
Radiant
Phantom
team
Lancer
back.
after that. And Kacang Gaming going back to the roots of their favorite support heroes, Ogre Magi as well as Lich. Now they've completed their pair, and it feels that these two have delivered a lot in the early start to mid game of the first game.
10
And
seconds remaining.
well, since Bristleback and Lifestealer are really
5
tanky
seconds
heroes,
remaining.
both these Ogre Magi and Lich are able to empower them to just become tankier and even attack faster and move faster. That's very much the way that they're gonna play.
Dire team ban.
Maggie Kari decides to ban out the Puck, a very elusive hero, always disappearing and disjointing any kind of spells. They're not gonna have their way to do against such a fishy hero.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's gonna take a while for Maggie Kari to come online based on their 4-man lineup. It seems that they probably wouldn't have enough burst damage at the start of the game to even finish up the Bristleback
Radiant
or
team
Ogre
back.
Magi or Lifestealer. The most they can ever go on is the Lich. Other than that, they're probably gonna struggle with taking out the heroes since they really don't have that much burst damage. But I could probably say
10
the same for
seconds
Kacang
remaining.
Gaming. Lifestealer doesn't really have much burst damage unless you take the
5
Bristleback
seconds remaining.
for long amounts of time and he starts stacking his crew sprays, then that's where you start to see the burst coming up together with the Lich
Dire team ban.
and the Ogre Magi supporting it. But still, teamfight wise, I do favor the Monkey King. Sorry, the Maggie Curry. Why do I keep saying Monkey King? It's MK. The Maggie Curry's team, because they do have very versatile team fights
10
and
seconds
abilities.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
The last band coming out from Maggie Curry is the Ember Spirit.
Radiant team pick.
Another elusive hero. And very strong if left out of control, especially during the mid game. Similar to the previous game, they decided to ban out the Razor from Kacang Gaming. And now the pick goes to
10
Maggie
seconds
Curry
remaining.
being the last hero of the team
5 seconds remaining.
with only 20
Dire
seconds left to
team
pick, but they decide to pick it
Lena.
very quickly and they go with Alina. This is quite a good pick. They have a very solid lineup with 3 melee heroes at least. Lina being a very long range hero, although with a slow start, but a very powerful burst type of hero as well, and can be
10
built into a
seconds
machine gun
remaining.
right clicker if needed.
5 seconds remaining.
With Mars being in the front lines, then Undying also being in the front lines, they should be able to hold off the frontal assault while Lina is able to just shoot a lot of fiery bullets into the team of the Kacang Gaming. And Kacang Gaming will respond with a gyrocopter. This is a very classic matchup or counter against the Phantom Lancer, especially with the sight gunner and the what's the other skill again that allows him to shoot everything in sight? Yeah, that skill that allows him to deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions and is able to clear up a lot of that especially. So it really depends on Mars how he's able to line up the ultimate that just may be able to protect his teammates from a lot of that damage from the flak cannon of the gyrocopter. Well, if you're gonna ask me who am I in favor of, I think I'll go with Maggie Curry. I think their lineup is pretty solid. They have a little bit of push, but well, for Kacang Gaming, it could go their way if they manage to get a pick-off successfully, and they just might be able to steamroll off that pick-off instead of a team fight. So I would feel Kacang Gaming, in terms of skirmishes, small fights, they will be able to take it, but when it comes to full frontal tower offense and defense, Maggie Kari just might be able to do it.
For battle.
Okay, so for Maggie Kari, they are on the Radiant side, and we have Little Giant, the mid players, playing onto the Lina, and Coco, who was previously the support, is now playing onto the Undying. And when Coco was on the Jakiro, now we have Ioxiwa on the Jakiro. Jason, the carry, is now playing the Phantom Lancer, and last but not least, we have the Captain Stronghold playing off lane on the Mars. And for Kacang Gaming, their carry, our wing, will now be on the Lifestealer. Their captain offlaner as well is being played by Simple, will be playing the Bristleback. And now they are mounting the same offense, trying to invade the Radiant jungle on the bottom side and try to secure the rune. Next we have Janinja, the carry Gyrocopter, and Cat and Dog playing the support Ogre Magi, and last but not least, the same Toyadoya will be playing his very comfort hero, the Lich, as similar to the previous game. As we are approaching the
battle
rune mark, nobody's gonna contest anything, and seems like they're going to allow Kacang Gaming just grab 3 of the bounty runes, similar to the previous game. Let's see if it turns out any differently, with the slight advantage going to Kacang Gaming. Janinja, who was previously playing the Death Prophet, is now playing the mid Gyrocopter. Very interesting matchup against the very long range Little Giant Lina. And on the bottom lane, Jason against Captain Simple again, and also Cat and Dog. Making his way towards the bottom is Ioxiwa on the Jakiro. At the top lane, Lich doing his thing, and Awen is very much left to fend for himself against Coco on the Undying, and also Stronghold on the Mars. Let's see how the stats are going in terms of net worth. Bristleback is doing a little bit okay, but he is taking a lot of damage at this point. But a very good trade as well onto Jason, as both of them are pretty much in the 60-70% HP bar. But seems like they're gonna put a lot of pressure as Simple is being slowed down. Both Jakiro and Phantom Lancer already taking advantage of the Bristleback lineup, has already got themselves the Magic Stick. Bristleback trying to aim for the Vanguard as soon as he can in order to sustain himself. The Ninja definitely gonna get bullied out of the lane because of the range difference. Now he's just being pampered even under the tower, just taking a lot of free hits, and Little Giant just getting 1 hit from the tower. A little bit careless there, but he should be able to secure all those hits as well. And yep, he has vision of the rune. He knows that there's a water rune there, and he would be able to make over to him after securing the bottle right away. And the missile, just to chase him away from the lane a little bit. First blood already, where did it go? It's at the bottom lane, and that is Ioxiwa falling to the Captain Simple of
Radiant's
the
bottom
Bristleback.
tower is under attack.
But at both lives, I guess. I mean, that's a 2-for-1. Quite worth it, I must say, to take out both the both lane heroes. They are forced to TP into the lane, and both of them is gonna start all over again. But it seems like Jisun is able to hit the level 3 a lot faster. And just one more creep would be able to give Bristleback also the
you want some of this?
level 3. Well, there's nothing much really going on at the top lane unless they make a fatal mistake, but I can say very much the bottom lane seems like they're gonna play very, very ballsy, especially with the bristleback. They're gonna try and push the limits of this hero and try to capitalize off the baiting or even the Cure Spray stacking up.
Death tax. This ain't yours.
Lina is mounting up her net worth, and it seems like Maggie Kari is doing not too bad at all, as they are in the top 5 positions when it comes to farming gold. Lina being a lot more aggressive right now. She's got a nice stun. The rocket coming out there should be a level 2 rocket. And yep, no points in flak yet. Taking quite a number of hits from the tower, and she will just bot up the rune. She's probably gonna get the next one. With a Ring of Health already picked up on the Bristleback, that should be able to allow him to sustain the lane a lot easier. Oh, using the first skill, chasing Little Giant away, taking quite a number of damage. And a nice stun, be able to land a few more damage onto the ninja, and now they're equal trade. Top lane, Stronghold taking quite a number of damage from the Lich as he's being bullied out of the lane a little bit, but that shouldn't stop him from being able to secure the last hits nicely. Ioxiwa on the Jakiro, trying his best to zone out the Bristleback, but seems like they're gonna go on him, and then they decide against it because it might just be too dangerous, stacking up all the quills. And nope, instead Simple, they're using the magic stick. Are they able to bait him in? Yes, he is. And Simple will just go down by pushing his luck way too far, as the magic sticks were already used up. And now they're gonna try to go onto Cat and Dog, but it seems like that is for naught, as Lich Toyadoya decides to join the fight. I'm not sure why, but he's gonna come bottom and maybe walk all the way to mid. So that must have been a mistake decision by the Simple on the Bristleback. They will be able to deward the sentry.
Top is missing.
And now we have a slight advantage in Maggie Kari in terms of farm.
Top is missing.
Well, there's not much disparity. Both the cores of both teams are having a good time getting their farm up, but it seems like bottom, they're trying to build up the illusions. And he's doing pretty well, so, considering that he's alone. He should be able to get level 6 after this creep wave, and that would allow him to survive a little bit better. Mid lane, Lina is pushing the levels really well against the Gyrocopter. It seems like she wants it because she has her ultimate ready to go, but just not enough mana to commit. And Gyrocopter kind of try to play cautiously. Don't want to get burst down by the Lina. The Lifestealer finishing up his phase boots. And Bristleback, Simple, already hitting the very, very low HP. They're gonna go and try on him. And is he able to close it up? He's already used up his magic stick. Can they finish him off? Not enough. He's already under the safety of the tower, and he will back away. A very, very tanky hero. But they will allow him to just take the walk of shame home. Even with the Vanguard, he's just gonna go all the way back. And this will give Jisan quite a number of space to farm in the lane very, very safely. No rotations coming in yet, except for Coco. What is he doing all the way in the back lines? They kind of see him right now, but they decide not to go on him because he is an Undying after all. Hard to kill somebody that's already dead. And they're just gonna go back to farming as if nothing has ever happened. Drop a sentry, finds nothing as the ward is safely on the bottom side.
这大概就是年轻人的操作吧。
20 magic sticks charges for the Jison Phantom Lancer. He just wants to keep it in case of a real emergency. And he's probably gonna try to manage that. On the top lane, they're gonna try to go on this Lifestealer. Coco might just take a little bit too far and he just might be able to drop down a tombstone. But whoa, another ultimate has been committed. They're just gonna find a trade lich for a... Is there enough? Not enough. They're probably gonna lose the life of Stronghold as well in exchange for the lich over the overcommitting Undying. But is he able to make it out? Yes, he might just be able to, with the spear to create that much distance, he is able to make it out alive. And he is good. A 1-for-1. Oh, but at the same time, we actually missed out on the kill at mid. Solo kill. It seems that he has already used up his Laguna Blade and the Dragon Slave, while Gyrocopter has taken a lot of damage from just that. Solo kill going in the way of Lina, Little Giant. At the same time, they've lost the mid tier 1 tower. Slight advantage going to Maggie Kari now with a 2k net worth. Almost there, but Lifestealer is gonna just continue doing what he does best, which is farming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Gyrocopter gonna try and make his way towards the top. There's a rotation coming right there. They're gonna see if they can make anything happen, and they're gonna start on with the Undying. Can Undying do anything? No, he doesn't have any tombstone to go with. But instead, Lina has already joined the fight, but he misses the light strike array. They manage to finish the Undying. The Lifestealer decides to run away, and they're gonna leave the Ninja all by his lonesome, and they will allow him to just die off like that. Wow, they say bye bye, and they're gonna cut off their losses with one support for a core. Now, I'm not sure if that was worth it because they got almost everyone to rotate to the top, and they're gonna allow the Phantom Lancer to just deal with the Bristleback, who is now really low on mana, and there's really nothing much you can do after that. The Phantom Lancer is already building towards a Diffusal Blade, and here the action does not stop yet as Mars wants to continue to find Toyadoya, but is able to get out there pretty much alive. Alwang doing his carry farming. He doesn't care about team fights. He just want to farm, and that's it. And Ioxia is probably gonna spawn him out. But there's nothing much they can do. They say, come on, let's just take the racks. No, they're just gonna leave the tower like that. Come on, guys. Oh, they managed to find the Gyrocopter again with a very nice ice path. Is it enough? No, instead, Oyoxiwa is gonna pay with his life as the Lifestealer managed to circle around and take him out, cutting off his path. And they're gonna try. Little Giant should be able to make it out there. There's no stuns immediately. And that is probably the weakness of Kacang Gaming. A 1-for-1 trade, support for support. Ninja almost lost his life there, but thank goodness his supports are able to just save him and cover him up. While the bottom lane, Jason has not moved from this lane at all, and we see the Bristleback already joining fights. Now, we're not sure if it's a good idea to leave the Phantom Lancer, uncontrolled, as he's making his way towards the Diffusal Blade. Once he has the Diffusal Blade, your supports are really going to start paying with your magic and your mana.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But we'll see. Alwang has proven to be quite the juggernaut in the previous game with the amount of farm that he's getting, and he's probably working towards his weight in that same manner. The Lina is going to straight go for the Shadow Blade. Already picking up a BOT that allows her to move just so fast and everywhere that she's just able to help her teammates whenever they need her. The Doppelganger already being used to try to reduce, and they're gonna try to even commit the ultimate. They're saying, let's go and cat dog. We're not gonna kill off this bristleback anytime soon, so let's just finish off the support. Even double damage onto the Lina. And there it is. Ogre Magi giving up his life. He's not able to escape the death that is upon him. And they will take the tier 1 tower at the bottom lane. Very, very easily. Now that Kacang Gaming is at the problem of losing all their tier 1 towers, and even Little Giant has taken a chance to even go in all the way. Is he overcommitting? There is a magic missile already on the way, homing in onto him, and he will just be able to back off slowly, just like that. Now we see Maggie, Kari making their way into the dire jungle. They're just trying to take as much space as they can and create that uneasiness of lingering in any shadows nearby of Kacang Gaming's jungle. They got a nice stun of Jigsaw, but he's not afraid. They're gonna bring in more heroes at the bottom. Hopefully they'll be able to catch the real one by just 2 supports. And there it is, the diffuser blade already working its way onto the supports. Is gonna rain a lot of mana problems, especially onto the bristleback. There's really nothing much he can do unless he pops his soul ring at the right time. But they use the frost shield, and even the chain frost was committed onto the phantom lancer. Are they able to commit and find the real one? Jakiro is already being pinged out and is on trouble, but Ogre Magi is slowly ticking away due to the DOT damage over time. And no other casualties on the side of Maggie, Kari. They missed the ice path. They're gonna try to go on bristleback, but he's gonna keep hugging the tower and say, come on, I want you all to come on in my house before you all start knocking on the door. But the light strike array misses it as the homing missile goes onto the illusion instead. The Undying has already popped his flash golem, and they're gonna try again. The ice path doesn't connect, and if he's not too careful, Bristleback might just lose his life. But at the same time, Jakiro has already went in too far deep under the tower, and at the same time this Undying has paid his life for it. And now they're gonna try to catch up with the Lina, but nope, she is just too fast with the BOT. And here we have the full team already working their way towards the bottom, and Lina trying to spread the map, as making very, very good use of her BOT, going to the other side of the map where she can safely farm and absorb as much EXP as she could. The supports giving their life for the cores, always available aspect of being a support, and that's how they start the fight and give their lives for the fight. Now that the cores are able to build up a good amount of farm, it seems that Lina and the Lifestealer, Awing, is also very much neck and neck in terms of net worth. The armlet of Morrigan already picked up by the Lifestealer Awing. And Smoke already in action. They're gonna try and find... Oh, and it's being popped. Then they found Jakiro. Where is he gonna go? Can he get the ice path? No, he can't. It's just a whiff. But instead, I mean, this gyrocopter Janinja, he just walked into it. Into the ice path, and Ioxiba just got so lucky. It could have been an easy 1-for-1 trade, but the follow-up spear just managed to nab the... Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. And it's a double kill. Finish up on that. Got a kill onto the cores, Lifestealer and Gyrocopter, and they're just gonna try and bully them as they charge into the second tier tower base. They're gonna try to pick up the Lich, and they got it, but where did... Where did he go? Because he just TP out, and there was no way that they could cancel it. He just TP out and he ate everything, and they just couldn't get any kills of that to capitalize under their nose of the tier 2 tower. Let's go, Korea. Maybe you can be the 6-man and work something out. So Bristleback is trying to be as tanky as possible. Magic damage and also the Vanguard. This should allow him to mitigate a lot of damage, but is he dishing out enough damage? Very hard to say, as he's only level 8. While we have the level 11 Gyrocopter, but then when it comes to other levels, we see that Lina is already at level 13, and you know, the Phantom Lancer and also the cores are already at such high levels. It's really, really hard to keep up. And they're gonna try to salvage this by smoking up and, you know, taking the uphill battle. And they just might be able to spot him up. Is it enough? They got these 3 assault people into their jungle and they lose 1, they lose 2, they lose 3 altogether. But the ultimate from Jakiro is, wow, able to do so much DOT damage. And from the behind, Little Giant as well as the Phantom Lancer just want to be the cleanup crew. Can they actually finish him up? Yes, he can. And the last to stand would be the Bristleback, and he's gonna face his back. But is it enough with a fresh life Lina chasing him down? I don't think they'll be able to clean him up. But they're gonna try to go onto the Phantom Lancer, and Jisun is able to bait him out. But at the same time, Jisun just takes so much Q stack damage that he just died. And here comes the tip from a friend, from his teammate, just saying how well he decided to bait and yet paid the price unnecessarily to the Bristleback.
Money to burn.
But there it is. I mean, a team wipe. That's supposed to be the advantage. They had such a nice catch, but the Jakiro was able to just dish out so much damage in such a choke point area that they really paid their lives for it. $7K advantage on going the way of Maggie Kari.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Owen building his way towards the Mjolnir. They know they gotta deal with the Phantom Lancer sooner or later, so that's one item to kinda deal with him, because it takes a while for the gyrocopter to finally come online with the items that he needs. And now he's already built himself, sorry, not built himself, he's already gotten a neutral item that may be useful to him. But let's see what Lina is going for. With the Shadow Blade, is building herself towards the Aghanims that will allow her to unlock the Flame Cloak, grants Lina unobstructed movement and even increase her spell damage and magic resistance for a certain amount of time. Double damage onto the Lifestealer. They kind of see him out. They found the Jakiro and they're gonna not let him live, and that will be an easy wipe. But will they be able to capitalize on the amount of damage that Jakiro is able to dish out? And at the price of the Lich, he's able to dish it out. But the Chain Frost bouncing back and forth. They've taken out the Mars, and next to fall is the Undying. A 3-for-2 trade, 2 supports from the Kacang Gaming. Wow, they're able to take out a core at least from Maggie Kari.
Dire's bottom tower
The gold
is under
swing,
attack.
a little bit of advantage, 1.4k towards Kacang Gaming, but it still does very little to tip the scales of the 8k gold advantage with a very nice light start away and a follow-up of the Ice Path. They're able to finish up the Lifestealer. He just obliterates immediately, just like that. And should it be enough? They're just gonna try to slow down Simple as Lina, slowly but surely, Little Giant is able to just blast her way, machine gun down that pesky but still soft Bristleback. And that is the power of invisibility, I believe. The surprise attack, they're able to secure a stun, massive stun, as well as a very nice Ice Path from Ioxiwa on the Jakiro.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mine
Dire's
is truly a
structures
blessed
are
life.
fortified.
This is quite a tough battle, especially for the Gyrocopter, now that Jason is slowly but becoming like a time bomb, as he is really getting his farm up there along with the Lina, but Lina is like 2k ahead of anyone else. And now Kacang Gaming is having their backs pushed against the wall.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are taking over the jungle. Captain Stronghold with the dagger. They managed to find Ioxiwa and they're gonna push their luck into it, and they found Coco in the middle of nowhere, but is he enough to stay alive? Mars coming in to be the captain of the day, and he will be able to finish off the Ogre Magi. The Chain Frost bouncing back and forth. Oh, it's a very nice Chain Frost as they do so much damage to take out the support heroes already from Maggie, Kari, and they just might be able to take out this Lina. Is she able to make her way on the back lines though? Mars is gonna finish off the last support hero from Kacang Gaming, and that will earn him a double kill. But the bigger eye, the bigger prize, they're gonna keep an eye on the Lina, and hopefully she doesn't shadow walk away. Is there any detection? No, there isn't. They know, but he is able to find a bristleback. Simple is able to secure the last kill onto the godlike Lina. But 10k kill, but is he gonna make it out alive? Because now in his miss, oh, that explosion, is it enough? They're gonna try to finish off the Mars, but nope. There's not enough damage. In fact, there's so much damage coming up from the Phantom Lancer, it's just gonna end up killing all of them. But they're gonna go on the Life Stealer, and it is enough. Then next they're gonna focus down on the last raid boss, and that will be the Bristleback end of life. A very nice mounted offense by the Maggie Kari. After all their heroes respawning, they did find it to be a very dragged out fight. And yeah, turned out to be Maggie Kari's favor. Although they may get the Lina, but yep, at the price of 2 other cores, that's quite a heavy price to say. Gyro doing his best to take advantage of the space that his team is trying to create for him. And all the tier 1 towers are still remaining as he tries not to push his luck, because he knows that Lina has the ability to just teleport in anywhere and even use the Shadow Blade to have a surprise stun attack. Really, really dangerous. Maggie Kari mounting the offense onto the mid, slowly but surely pressuring the tier 2 mid lane tower. The Ice Path not gonna connect to anyone. And Jason just sending his illusions in to scout out the whereabouts of Kacang Gaming's heroes. Lina already using the Shadow Blade. They're gonna try to mount the offense from the behind. And is anything gonna happen? If they're not too careful, they're gonna try to posture themselves onto the bottom side. And that Ice Path connect only onto one, but is it enough? Then Mars jumping in, managed able to secure 2 people in, but whoa, there's just so much damage, and the BKB already being popped on the back line. The Ogre Magi is very, very close to death. Jisung going to town onto the core hero, and they manage to finish off the Gyrocopter. Next, they're gonna go on to Lifestealer, who has no more BKB, but he does still have his ultimate to allow him to just mind control creep and get the heck out of there. Then they're just gonna leave Bristleback behind, and he is stunned up by the spear, and oh my goodness, that is a massive amount of people to deal with. They will just melt him down like an ice cream popsicle. Lina is just too hot. Too hot, and they're already banging on the door of the tier 3 tower. No buybacks from Kacang Gaming at all, and now they're left defenseless against their full might. Chain Frost coming out just to delay the team fight. Is it gonna bounce anywhere nicely? Nope. Instead, Lina is just gonna clear up on the ledge for advancing a little bit too far, and there is no way he can outrun that Light Strike array. Oh, they managed to catch onto 1, onto 2. They're baiting them in. The Flag Cannon, is it doing anything? Nope. Decides to back away as the illusions are dealing a lot of damage already. The jump in from Mars, able to secure the kill onto the Gyrocopter, and now they're just bullying them one by one. The nice Ice Path able to hold those 2 in place, but is it enough? Yes, it is. They're able to secure 1 kill onto the Ogre Magi. Now they're trying to prevent the Bristleback Simple from going back to his fountain. And he's trying to bounce around the Frost Shield, trying to protect him. And he will safely make his way to the fountain. Maggie Kari still holding strong. Not even wanting to get back, and with a 20k advantage already onto their side. That is a huge hill to overcome. And they're just dancing around with really no real objectives here. They just want to kill. But now they'll back away. They'll try to take away their jungle, and Lina is trying to force up the lane before they probably decide to go for Roshan, and with a safer bet on securing the other high ground. Guardian Grease already onto the Undying, able to save the life of Mars multiple times as he jumps right in. Yakiro trying to build up a Aghanim's apparently. Trying to mount the offense onto the siege engine, and yeah, this is the life of supports, I guess. They're probably having the luxury right now of just farming whatever they want. As there's a 20k, 22k advantage going up in the way of Maggie Kari. That's crazy right now. Very soon, Mars is going for the Lotus Orb. Let's see if Kacang Gaming can go for any items that would just be able to turn the tides around. The Force Staff on the Lich, the Mjolnir already completed on the Life Stealer, and he's trying to get the Crimson Guard against, which would work really well against the Phantom Lancer. But would it be enough to stop the Lina? That is the biggest problem as well. They really need to focus their key targets, especially the cores. Again, Ogre Magi going for the Vladimir's offering.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And Roshan already been picked up by the Maggie Kari. Lina on the hunt, he kind of knew. And yes, he set his sights. But at the same time, the Shadow Blade has already worn out. It's gonna be really, really hard. Alwyn kind of knew that something's not right, that the team is missing. He decides to just hide in the trees, and that is probably the best place he could choose to be, as he notices the team very, very nearby, and they just might be able to spot each other out. Oh, there is him! Okay, they're not gonna jump on him, they're gonna let him live. They probably feel that the dire team is also waiting very, very close by. They decide to drop an observer ward. They're gonna spot out the Zakiro lingering in the dire jungle, and that's gonna be 4 of them, and it's gonna be easily dewarded after that. Easy money.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, this is it. They have the Aegis onto the Phantom Lancer apparently, and he's gonna be the one that's gonna be pushing and pressuring the tower. They're gonna try to stop his advances, but little by little, they are chipping away very, very quickly at the tower. Phantom Lancer a little bit too deep, but there he is. He's gonna try to split himself up, and he's gonna try to attack the Ogre Magi, and even the Gyrocopter was already melted from that. They is forced to buy back the Gyrocopter. Wang trying his best to wear down the Phantom Lancer, but is able to just doppelganger away, and safely enough, he still has his second life. Wang trying, but then he lost his first skill. He is no longer magic immune. They were gonna try to tear down Jason, but nope, instead it's gonna be Jis. Okay, they managed to take him down, but you know, somebody's chipping away at the Orax, and he's probably gonna be killing the Ogre the second time again. Yes, not. Ogre is gonna try to save himself, but instead they're gonna lose Wang, their core, and they're gonna try to just fountain dive, and that is it. I think they just took out all their cores and they took out all their players, and that is a very, very quick game too. A very convincing win
Radiant victory.
by Maggie Kari, taking both game 1 and game 2 over Kacang Gaming. What a play. Alright. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure casting for you. My name has been Hayden. I go by the pen name of Hachimaro. And it's been a pleasure to witness both high caliber teams such as Maggie Kari and Kacang Gaming to be able to just duke it out and have a lot of fun. It's 12:20 right now, and yep, it's a good game. See you all again in the next